Good afternoon, sir and ma'am. My name is Emil, and I will be presenting my institutional design project. I have designed a school for autism in order to understand how design changes along with various user needs. The school has given importance to both educational as well as therapeutic programs. The current autistic population in Bahrain comes to around 680. The site that I've chosen is in Karbabad, which is along the northern coastline of the country. The main reason I chose the site is because of its beach view and how it is known to have a calming effect on autistic children. It is also in a quiet zone, which poses to be less distracting for them. The climate of Bahrain is hot and arid, like the rest of the countries in the Middle East. The predominant wind direction is from the north as well as from the northwestern beach. Some of the important landmarks are the Karbabad beach, which is at 250 meters away from the site, the Bahrain Fort, which is the country's first UNESCO World Heritage Site, Seif Mall, and some adjacent residential buildings. The main road acts as the primary axis, which then diverges to a secondary access road to the site. The site has been proposed as a mixed-use land for offices and learning spaces. Surrounding areas are used for medium to low density residential zones. The total area of the site comes to around 25,500 meters square. The existing vegetations are palm trees and gaff trees on the borders and dwarf shrubs in the central region. The connecting road is 7 meters wide. These are some of the views that are taken from the site. View from this point shows the beach view, and the view from the rest 3 points shows the existing low-rise buildings as well as the roads. Since it's a school for autistic children, noise levels had to be considered. Even though it's quite less, the major sources of noise were from these directions, that is from the public beach, the residential zone, and the main road. This is why the student usage has been zoned along this side. Coming to my case studies, the first case study that I chose was the Abu Dhabi Autism Center in Abu Dhabi, UAE. They use simple, calm, limited in detail internal spaces in order to maintain a stable and safe environment for the children inside. They also use gentle flowing spaces and curved circulation in order to make it easy for the children to find the way. The palette of colors were used as neutral colors in order to avoid oversensory reactions. The second case study that I chose was the Eden Institute in New Jersey, USA. It has used a simple U-shaped circulation layout along with the gradual transition spaces, that is from higher to lower sensory spaces and further to individualized rooms. This was done in order to avoid a sudden change in the stimulus level within the children. In the Netley Primary School Autistic Unit in London, the architects used high floor to ceiling windows, which proved to be distracting for the children, and hence tall windows need to be avoided. It was also located in a very crowded location. In the Northern School for Autism, the student learning spaces were arranged around a central courtyard, which also provided a biking path, which is known to be good for autistic children. It also provides a specialist wing, especially for therapeutic purposes. In the Kuwait Autism Center, skylights were provided in the corridors to help with the daylighting purposes, and the classroom sizes were 5 by 5 meters. Based on all the inferences, this is the site zoning that I reached to. The academic block is placed here for the beach view. The Teachers Institute, where teachers can get specialized in special education, is placed attached to the academic block to have live sessions with students. Therapy is the main part of the academic program and hence it is placed close to the academic block. Admin and hall is placed close to the entrance plaza for easier access for parents and guests. The sports zone is at the center. Parking and services are on the boundary of the site near the neighboring residential zone. Vehicular pathway is restricted to the periphery of the site in order to allow safer movement of children inside. The pedestrian pathways connect all the buildings to each other and to the spaces inside. The form of the buildings developed from the concept of the five senses. The academic block takes the shape of an eye and the iris becomes the sensory dome. The Teachers Institute has a rhythmic element to it, thus corresponding to the hearing sense. The therapy block takes the shape of two blocks that are balanced by the sense of touch, which shows the visual impact of touch. The admin block will also have a rhythmic element, thus corresponding to the hearing sense. By performing the adjacency space matrix, it helped me arrive at the bubble diagram of spaces inside the blocks. For the academic block, the classrooms are placed on this side for beach view, the sensory and the group activities at the center, and the work-oriented spaces on this side. For therapy block, the corridor spaces at the center and the activity spaces on either sides. For the admin block, the skylight opening at the center with the functional spaces around it. Coming to my site concept, the building program is divided into 3 building volumes, which are then pushed and rotated along with the site shape and the wind direction in order to overlook the heart of the site, with activities flowing in and out with nerve-like pathways. This type of arrangement allows a shared environment both inside as well as outside to the city. The playgrounds and usable outdoor spaces are formed by intersecting circles as well as free-flowing shapes. This is how the master plan looks like in the context of the site. The site zoning was further developed into the site plan. An 8-meter wide road acts as a vehicular pathway and the service road along the periphery of the site, entry being from here. There's a separate entry just for parking and buses. The sports zone has a track and field and a cycling track along the sides in order to use the hyperactive nature of the students in a healthy and productive manner. There are also sensory playscapes with various playground equipments. Pergola-like structures stand shading the pedestrian pathways and also form an interesting design element. The total floor area comes to around 4,235 meters square, and the total built-up area comes to around 8,280 meters square. This is how the site looks in section view from this direction and this direction. These are some of the views taken from the site. I used the concept of the char bagh to form an interesting entryway to the hall. Coming to my academic block. This is the main entrance which leads to the classrooms on this side facing the beach. The teacher to student ratio is 1:5 with 25 meters square area. There is a gradual transition from higher sensory, that is a corridor, to the vestibule, to the medium sensory classrooms, and to the lower sensory individual balcony areas where the student along with an assistant can go to if he or she feels overwhelmed. The interactive and the sensory spaces are at the center along with a triple-heighted courtyard space. The family center is a double-heighted space for interaction with parents. On this side, the staff, the clinic, the library, and the toilets are placed. The Teachers Institute has an open access to the academic block in order to allow more interaction with the students. The staircases are provided at a distance of 36 meters away from each other, along with a lift for 13 passengers. There's also an electrical room on the ground floor. This is a small cafeteria that is provided in the Teachers Institute. These are the classrooms, the staff room, and the staff toilet. The first and the second floor follow the same layout with the inclusion of an aquarium space, which is known to reduce anxiety in children, an AV room, a science lab, and a computer lab, as well as a cafe. This is how the roof plan looks like. The skylight is provided in order to bring in light to the central areas of activity as well as to the courtyard space. Islamic glass domes are used as a design element in all 3 buildings. It gives an open space feeling as well as brings in more light. For the elevation, I have used Islamic Mashrabiyah facade design, which acts as a second screen. I have also used circular windows, which allow sufficient amount of light, but at the same time it is not distracting for the kids. For the Teachers Institute, I have used vertical fin facade, which provides shade from the eastern sunlight, as well as shows rhythmic architecture. These are some of the views of the elevations. The western elevation shows the individualized balcony spaces. The section shows the prominent sensory domes at the center of the building. The common insulation used in Bahrain is extruded polystyrene insulation. I wanted to integrate nature with the built spaces and hence provided planting in the voids. Now coming to the therapy block. The therapy block follows a simple curved layout with corridors along the center, activity spaces on either sides, a hydrotherapy and gymnasium space on either ends. Central areas act as interactive spaces with Islamic dome skylight shedding light on indoor planting and play areas. Both the blocks open into a central open courtyard. The block includes many activities such as cooking, dance, arts and craft, bowling, music, social skills, indoor gardening, gymnasium as well as hydrotherapy. This is how the roof plan of the therapy block looks like. These are some of the views of the central courtyard space, the central interactive space, arts and crafts room, bowling room. The two building masses have a slope from 7.5 meters to 3.5 meters. It also has circular windows and Islamic domes. These are the views from the south and the west directions. The section shows how the room heights vary differently. This is the sectional elevation view. Coming to the admin block and the multi-use hall. The multi-use hall with a capacity of 150 people is attached to the admin block. The functional spaces in the admin block, like the assistant's room, vice principal's room, meeting room, storage, toilets, admissions office, records room, accounting office, store, and the waiting room, are all arranged around the common design element of planting and skylight. Flexible work desks are also placed in this area. This is how the roof plan looks like. The admin block, like the Teachers Institute, also follows the vertical fin facade design. This shows rhythmic architecture and it also provides shade from the eastern sunlight. Entrance to the admin block is from the south and entrance to the hall is from the west. The stage is at a height of 1.2 meters from the plinth. This is the longitudinal and the latitudinal sectional elevation view. Thank you.